This is our presentation for the six instruments human right based approaches to science, technology, and development. First is International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights. What is the instrument all about? It's all about recognition of rights of members of the family, dignity of the human person. Human beings enjoy freedom from fear, promote universal respect, observance of human rights and freedom. Who are the parties signatories of the instrument? United Nations countries. What articles or sections of the instrument articulate the centrality of human rights vis-a-vis science, technology, and development? It's Article 15. The state parties to the present covenant recognize the right of everyone. And two steps to be taken to the states parties to the present covenant to achieve the full realization of this right shall include those necessary for the conservation, the development, and the diffusion of science and culture. The states parties to the present covenant undertake to respect the freedom indispensable for scientific research and creative activity. And lastly, the state parties to the present covenant recognize the benefits to be derived from the encouragement and development of international contacts and cooperation of the scientific and cultural fields. How does the instrument safeguard human rights in the face of science and technology? It is stated in the articles that each individual has the full rights to enjoy scientific progress and its application, and that we can benefit from the protection of the moral material interests resulting from any scientific, literary, or artistic production of which the person is the author. What challenges stand in the way of the instrument and its key principle in safeguarding human rights amidst the changing scientific and technological context? In our opinion, it is mainly the pain or liabilities that scientific advancement will be affecting to mankind in the future. Their effects are slowly taking shape which has caused our present generation to shift and sometimes lose respect of our culture. Second, Declaration on Social Progress and Development. What is the instrument all about? These instruments or documents is acknowledging the relationship between civil and political, economic, social, and cultural rights to ensure that social progress and development recognizes and protects human dignity. Who are the parties and signatories to the instrument? United countries. What articles or sections of the instrument articulate the centrality of human rights vis-a-vis science, technology, and development? Article 13. Its equitable share of scientific and technological advance and developing countries, and also the establishment of a harmonious balance between scientific, technological, and material progress and intellectual, spiritual, and cultural and moral advancement of humanity. And lastly, the protection and improvement of the human environment. What articles or sections of the instrument articulate the centrality of human rights vis science, technology, and development? It's Article 24. It's intensification of international cooperation with a view to ensuring the international exchange of information, knowledge, and experience concerning social progress and development. How does the instrument safeguard human rights in the face of science and technology? There should be a steady increase in the use of science and technology for the benefits of the society, which means that whatever science is developing, it must be for the good of all, and its effects must be to help the country prosper and share its benefits globally. What challenges stand in the way of the instrument and its key principle in safeguarding human rights amidst the challenging scientific and technological context? Stated in Article 13, we should also protect and improve human environment. In our present case, it is very evident that we have failed to do so. of science, we should help in order for the coming generations to enjoy the world in the future after us. Third, declaration of the use of scientific and technological progress in the interest of peace and for the benefit of mankind. What is the instrument all about? It states that the results in using scientific and technological developments must promote international peace, security, freedom, and independence of nations. It must also be for the interest of economic and social development. Who are the parties or signatories to the instrument? The General Assembly of the United Nations countries. What articles or sections of the instrument articulate the centrality of the human right vis-a-vis science, technology, and development? Aware that the transfer of science and technology is one of the principal ways of accelerating the economic development of the developing countries, reaffirming the right of the people to self-determination and the need to respect human rights and freedoms and the dignity of the human person in a condition of scientific and technological progress. What articles or sections of the instrument articulate the centrality of human rights vis science, technology, and development? All states shall take measures to extend the benefits of science and technology to all strata of the population and to protect them, both socially and materially, from possible harmful effects of the misuse of scientific and technological developments, including their misuse to infringe upon the rights of the individual or of the group, particularly with regard to respect for privacy and the protection of the human personality and its physical and intellectual integrity. What articles or sections of the instrument articulate the centrality of human rights via science, technology, and development? Article 24. Its intensification of international cooperation with a view to ensuring the international exchange of information, knowledge, and experience concerning social progress and development. How does the instrument safeguard human rights in the face of science and technology? Stated in this section, all states shall take measures to extend the benefits of science and technology to all strata of the population and to protect them, both socially and materially, from possible harmful effects of the misuse of scientific and technological developments, including their misuse infringe upon the rights of the individual of the group, particularly with regard to respect for privacy and protection of the human personality and its physical intellectual integrity. What challenge stands in the way of the instrument and its key principles in safeguarding human rights amidst the changing scientific and technological context? The harmful effects of the misuse of scientific and technological advancements, despite the good effect it will bring, there are also underlying negative effects that could slowly impact mankind. 4. Universal Declaration of Bioethics and Human Rights. What are the instruments all about? It primarily addresses ethical issues in the field of medicine, life sciences, and associated technologies applied to human beings. Who are or signatories to the instrument? 193 member states of the United Nations. What article or section of the instrument articulate the centrality of human rights vis-a-vis science, technology, and development? The context of the whole document itself highlights the centrality of human rights in relation to science, technology, and development. It mainly focuses on the ethical and moral withstanding of humans and the use of technology to the human body, which mostly focuses in the field of medicine. The following slides are the most striking sections for us. What articles or sections of the instrument articulate the centrality of human rights via science, technology, and development? Article 3. Human dignity, human rights, and fundamental freedoms are to be fully respected, and to the interests of welfare of the individual should have priority over the solely into Article 8 in applying and advancing scientific knowledge, medical practice, and associated technologies. Human vulner- vulnerability should be taken into account. Individuals and group special vulnerability should be protected and the personal integrity of such individuals respected. How does the instrument safeguard human rights in the face of science and technology? Its Article 20 of the document clearly states that appropriate assessment and adequate management of risks related to medicine, life sciences, associated technology should be promoted, which means that there should be thorough assessment and judgment prior to coming up with a final decision. We should promote pro-life and pro-human and should also be ethical and moral to the society. This is also supposed to in Article 18, which states how the principle should be applied in decision making and addressing bioethical issues. How does the instrument safeguard human rights in the face of science and technology? Article 18. Professionalism, honesty, integrity, and transparency in decision making should be promoted, in particular declaration of all conflicts of interest and appropriate sharing of knowledge. Every endeavor should be made to use the best available scientific knowledge and methodology in addressing and periodically reviewing bioethical issues. What challenges stand in the way of the instrument and its key principle in safeguarding human rights amidst the changing scientific and technological context? Due regard is to be given to the interconnection between human beings and other forms of life, to the importance of appropriate access and utilization of biological and genetic resources, to respect for traditional knowledge, and to the role of human being in the protection of the environment and biosphere and biodiversity. Declaration of the CAR. What is the instrument all about? The Declaration of the CAR 2007 is an instrument about the rights of everyone in expressing their opinions, perspectives, and having the freedom to express a point of view without inhibition and to promote transparency to the public. Who are the parties signatories to the instrument? The Francophone African governments, private sector, media, civil society, and the international organizations. The participants under this instrument are the first world country, which includes the country from America, Asia, Europe, and North America. What articles or sections of the instrument articulate the centrality of human rights via science, technology, and development? Article 19 is responsible holding the rights and freedom of every citizen whose country is part of the United Nations. It is highlighted the centrality of human rights in science, technology, and development through respecting each function by providing comprehensive legal guarantees and promoting public awareness about the policies. How does the instrument safeguard human rights in the face of the science and technology? It states that there should be equality gender and that there should be equal access to learnings and knowledge provided regardless of the gender or preference. Also, efforts to increase access should therefore recognize existing gender inequalities, including women's underrepresentation in decision-making roles, especially in governance. What challenges stands in the way of the instrument and its key principles and safeguard human rights amidst the challenging scientific and technological context? One of the greatest challenges is the interpretation or connection in terms of cultural common ground. Each country has different sets of cultures and practices, and it is not possible to establish a global standard for that. Thus, the interpretation and communication varies. The context is scientific and technological advancement also differs as they are used differently in each culture, most especially in remote villages of third world countries. And lastly, the Cairo Declaration. What is the instrument of every citizen whose country is part of the United Nations? It is highlighted the centrality of human rights in science, technology, and development through respecting each function by providing comprehensive legal guarantees and promoting public awareness about the policies. How does the instrument safeguard human rights in the face of the science and technology? It states that there should be equality gender and that there should be equal access to learnings and knowledge provided regardless of the gender or preference. Also, efforts to increase access should therefore recognize existing gender inequalities, including women's underrepresentation in decision-making roles, especially in governance. What challenges stands in the way of the instrument and its key principles and safeguard human rights amidst the challenging scientific and technological context? One of the greatest challenges is the interpretation or connection in terms of cultural common ground. Each country has different sets of cultures and practices, and it is not possible to establish a global standard for that. Thus, the interpretation and communication varies. The context is scientific and technological advancement also differs as they are used differently in each culture, most especially in remote villages of third world countries. And lastly, the Cairo Declaration. What is the instrument all about? This instrument or document focuses on the importance of science in relation to the religion, Islam, and how science and its development will affect the Muslim brothers and sisters. Who are the parties or signatories to the instrument? President Franklin Roosevelt of the United States, Prime Minister Winston Churchill of the United Kingdom, and Generalissimo Chiang Kai-shek of the Republic of China. The, what articles or sections of the instrument articulate the centrality of human rights via science, technology, and development? Article 9. The seeking of knowledge is an obligation and provision of education is the duty of the society and the state. The state shall ensure the availability of ways and means to acquire education and shall guarantee its diversity in the interests of the society so as to enable man to be acquainted with the religion of Islam and uncover the secrets of the universe for the benefit of mankind. What articles or sections of the instrument articulate the centrality of human rights via science, technology, and development? Every human being has a right to receive both religious and worldly education from the various institutions of teaching, education, and guidance, including the family, the school, the university, the media, and etc. It's such an integrated and balanced manner that would develop human personality, strengthen man's faith in Allah, and promote man's respect to a defense of both rights and obligations. How does the instrument safeguard human rights in the face of science and technology? The document or the declaration mostly talks about protecting everyone binded by this law. As stated in Article 24, all the rights and freedoms stipulated in this declaration are subject to the Islamic Sharia as long as people are abiding to the laws governed by Allah. Then everyone's right will be enjoyed and every Muslim will also be protected by his or her rights according to the Islamic Sharia. And lastly, what challenges stand in the way of the instrument and its key principle in safeguarding human rights amidst the changing scientific and technological context? In our opinion, we think the general stereotyping of being a Muslim is one of the biggest challenges to preserve this instrument. It is a known fact that they are being referred to as terrorists even though they are not, most especially during the 9/11 bombings. We must also help safeguard our Muslim fellow men. Our economy thrives because they are great middlemen in the field of retail, and they are even rising in the population of medical science. We must stop the stereotyping and we must promote peace and protecting them. And that would be all for the sixth iteration.